How's it going, friends? I hope you're all doing well today. Today I wanted to make a short video about my Lord of the Rings collection. So as you probably know, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power is now streaming, and I watched the first episode. I really enjoyed it. I think there were a couple issues, but as far as my enjoyment, I loved it, and I've just been super excited about Middle-earth and Tolkien and Lord of the Rings and all that. So I've got a pretty good Tolkien collection going, and I wanted to show you all so that you can see what I have, see if there are any additions you like that you might want to get, and just to generally be excited about Middle-earth. So without further ado, let's talk about the collection. Okay, so the set that I'll start out with, I think, is the newest edition that I own. I guess I bought them new at Barnes & Noble, the HMH editions. So that's what the spines look like. And then I got these because I really, really like the cover art. I think that it looks like modern, but also classic. It's pretty simple without being too simplistic. I think it does a really good job of capturing the vibe and also just being just awesome pieces of art. I think that the color palette is fantastic. I like that there's the ring on the front and also one of the ring wraiths as well. Yeah, beautiful. And it looks great in pictures too. This one's really cool as well. I like the orange windows, just the attention to detail is really nice. And also they all have this gold Tolkien signature. And then we've got the Return of the King. This is probably my least favorite of the three, but it's got the nice big sword on the front. It's got some depictions of orcs and goblins, it looks like. And I believe that's Minas Tirith. Yeah, really cool. I just love this art style. And they're also like a nice texture too. They're kind of like soft as well, which I know a lot of people like. I enjoy that about them as well. So it's kind of cool because Fellowship of the Ring starts on page 1 and it goes until like page 500, whatever, something like that. And then the Two Towers picks up on page 511. So the page numbers continue throughout all three books. So it kind of embodies that aspect of Lord of the Rings being a series, but also it was written as one book originally. So I like that it sort of preserves that history of it. And I don't know, I just thought that was a really cool aspect. This video is sponsored by me. If you like what I do here and want to support me, there's a link to the Patreon in the description. Feel free to support me for as little as $1 a month. Once we hit 15 $1 patrons, we're going to start the Patreon book club over on Discord. So Discord's free to join, but if you pay $1, you get access to the book club. It would really mean a lot if you supported the channel in that way, and I can't wait to start this book club. So once again, link is in the description if you're interested. Back to the content. Okay, so the next set I just completed this weekend. Oh, stuff's falling over. I just completed this weekend, and I am so hyped about it because I got them all secondhand. That's what I try to do most of the time if I can, but it also makes collecting really like a slow process. So it doesn't always work out super well, but it did with these, and I'm so excited about it. Okay, so we've got Unfinished Tales. I haven't read this. I actually didn't know it existed until I found this in the edition that I was looking for. But it's this nice cream color. It's like mass market paperback size, which is my favorite size of book to read. The Hobbit. I think this art gets hated on a lot, but I personally like it. I think it looks super like campy and and interesting. That depiction of Gollum haunts my dreams, but it's this retro cover design that I really like that carries through all of these. There's The Hobbit. Here's The Fellowship of the Ring. This one I was able to find at a bookstore in Prague while I was abroad. So it did cost a little bit more because of that, but I was able to get it used. Yeah, I just love the way that looks. And also the green I think is really nice. Also the yellowed pages that smell like an old book. You really can't beat it. Two Towers in like fantastic condition. This is so nice. I'm gonna have to try really hard not to mess this one up because I completely lucked out with the condition of this one. But it's this nice purple color. It's got Legolas and Gimli on the front who look like they're 80s hairband members, which I think is just hilarious. But also just cool classic fantasy art, which I really like. And then this weekend, I was able to find Return of the King in this same edition, which I had been looking for forever. I couldn't find it online. Like, I could find it on eBay, but I don't really trust eBay necessarily. So I was looking at, like, secondsale.com and thrift books, and I couldn't find it, but I finally found it. It's this maroon color, again, looks super retro. Aragorn on the front looks like he runs a sports podcast or something. It's not in the best quality, like it's got a bit of damage, but when I'm shopping used, I think I got this for $4 and it's the correct edition, you really can't beat it. Beggars can't be choosers. So I'm so glad that I got to finish this set. And so these are the main three. I love this set. This is probably going to be the set that I actually read all the way through. Now, these two I don't have the full sets of, so I'm going to be keeping my eye out for them. I don't necessarily need the whole set, but if I do come across them, I want to get them at a discount because, this adds up over time. So I have here another edition of The Hobbit. So this one is actually the one that my mom read in elementary school. She was assigned it for school. This thing is destroyed. I don't know what she did to it, but the back is all tattered, and it's got some of her underlines and stuff from school. So it is destroyed, but it's really cool to be able to read her version of it that she read. I just love sharing books like this, and knowing that my mother as a child held and read and enjoyed this book is so cool to me. This is the edition that I read too, so this holds a special place in my heart. And then I also have this Del Rey edition of the Silmarillion. To me, this is super ugly. I don't think it's a very attractive book per se. It's this weird kind of green bronze color, and it's just not the best design in my opinion. I think the art's kind of cool. I like the the depiction here, but overall not my favorite style. But I did need a copy of the Silmarillion. I'm gonna want to read it at some point, and I also think it's just a funky, interesting edition that I haven't seen many people have. So that's kind of what drew me to this one. Again, also I got it used, so it was $4. This is the only copy of the Silmarillion I have. I really want to see if that Ballantine set has a Silmarillion, because if it does, but that's part of the fun. I just love the thrill of the hunt, looking for these books. It's like a treasure hunt, and it's super exciting to actually finally find them. So this is a pretty eclectic one. We'll see if I like the others enough to get them, but I'm not super determined, I guess. And then lastly, the big kahuna, the one that I did not purchase myself. This was kindly sent to me by Mariner Books. They're not a sponsor or anything. They just very graciously sent me this. So I probably wouldn't have gotten it otherwise. It is this gorgeous anniversary edition of The Lord of the Rings, just all the way through the entire set. It's got the Elvish writing on the side. Just beautiful cover, nice spine. It looks a lot like some of the first editions of Lord of the Rings as well, which I think is so cool. And actually, I'm going to be on the lookout for those too, because I just love how they look. I think that they peaked at the start, personally. But yeah, and so it actually also came with 2 maps, one of all of Middle-earth and one of the South. So I'm working on getting those framed. One of the frames broke, so I'm trying to fix that. But I have one here that's in its frame. So this is the map of the South. Just looks gorgeous. It's nice seeing them in a large format and up close, rather than just kind of a 2-page spread, which it usually is, which is fine. It serves the purpose, but this is definitely a luxury edition. So yeah, very, very nice. I'm very grateful to Mariner Books for sending those along. That copy of The Lord of the Rings is more expensive than I'd be willing to pay for one, so it worked out great. So that's all for today. I am just super excited about Rings of Power. I'm going to watch episode 2 very soon, and I just love geeking out about this stuff. I haven't actually finished reading Lord of the Rings all the way through. It's kind of a preemptive thing to be collecting them already, but I know that I'm going to love them. I love the movies, and the pacing of the first one was definitely slow, but I really, really enjoyed it. So very hopeful for the next 2. So thank you all for watching. This was a casual, fun one. I really want to do some more in-depth ones coming up, so I'll keep you posted on that. Until next time, peace.